I heard it.
Yeah, and it makes you nervous, doesn't it? You don't want to hear that.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, you know, the strangest thing, I'm so calm, and I can't really explain it other than we've done everything we need to do here. And it's in the hands of the voters. And you know what? I've had a ball. I mean, 106 town hall meetings, and not just the issues. You know, Mike and I were talking a little bit. You know, I always find in politics there's two things, the head and the heart. If you with the head and the heart, that's the way you connect, and that's the best you can do, right? So I'm really cool with whatever happens here.
Well, do your, you know, shortened rap about one of the things we have to do in this nation.
Well, I told Mika the other day on the air that, you know, I found that there's a lot of people that feel like nobody is connected to them. They're all alone, whether it's their wins or whether it's their losses. And I think we have to slow down in our lives, Joe. I mean, it was amazing. People crying in the town halls and cheering. And what I've concluded is that a lot of people just want somebody to care about them. So if we slow down and we listen to our families, we listen to our neighbors, and maybe even we listen to somebody who we run into at an airport or we run into at the dining room, listen to them, because that's what America's about. It's about us being together. And I think the more we're together like that, the glue is so important in the foundation of America. And then, of course, Mike, you got to go to jobs, though, because I like to say that if you think of a family as a house, if you don't have jobs there at the base, the foundation, you don't have a strong house. So it's a bunch of different things you have to do. But you know what I'm excited about is I have not found the anger or the division. I know people are deeply concerned about a lot of issues, but at the end of the day,
but you're not seeing it out at your town hall meetings. You're not seeing the anger, the rage.
I'm not seeing it at all. I mean, concern, but no anger.
You know, I was telling everybody earlier this morning, I've known you since '94. We've known each other really well. We fought together a lot. Worked together and fought together on the same side.
Absolutely.
Balance a budget and do a lot of other things. I said it was interesting Saturday night at the debate. It was the most relaxed I've seen you in 22 years. I said, John is more comfortable right now in this spot than I've seen him privately or publicly. It's a strange place to go zen. But you went zen. You did, and you went zen at a really good time. Can you explain that phenomenon? What happened?
Well, Joe, first of all, the town halls have always been zen. It's these, you know, 30-second or 60-second sound bites and debates that don't allow me to show people who I am that finally came through on Saturday night. You want me to tell you what I did? Mm-hmm. Before I went to the debate, we didn't do a lot of preparation. I said, Lord, you took me up to the top of the mountain. I'm going to have to walk down. Don't let me walk alone. And he didn't. Help me out. How do you like that?
Well, that'll do it. That'll do it.
The conventional wisdom going into these debates and really through the campaign is who needs to go after whom right now to get the edge? Who has to attack Donald Trump or Marco Rubio or Jeb Bush? And you, for the most part, have resisted that. Talk about that strategy a little bit. Why has that been effective for you?
Well, you know, I don't know what we sell. I mean, Morning Joe's done very well. They don't trash the other shows. So why don't you put your best thing out there? Why don't we, you know, people talking about changing American politics. Why don't we just get rid of all these goofy negative ads and let's just talk about what we're for? Now, I'm not going to take a pounding from anybody. You don't want to mess with me. But I would prefer to tell people what my vision is and what I want to do than spend my time talking about somebody else or running somebody else down. And I find the people like that. They'd rather hear positive than negative, I think. Am I right? Well, you got it.
So, how do you navigate through your party that seems to be filled with several other candidates who are consumed with anger and seem to be obsessed with Barack Obama, who's not on the ballot?
You know, Mike, look, I think voters are all the same across the country in terms of their concerns. Am I going to lose my job in my 50s? Can I be retrained? Can I keep my job? Will my wages go up? Will my kid who's running up all this debt be able to get a job? And what about Social Security? I mean, voters are the same everywhere. And I think you speak to those concerns. And by the way, people say, which lane are you in? Can you imagine somebody calling me establishment?
No.
I mean, I've been the farthest thing out,
No.
but I'm not anti-establishment. But I operate in that lane. You know why? Because I grew up in a town where if the wind blew the wrong way, people found themselves out of work. And I'm standing up for those folks, Mike. And I'll tell you something. I will get the Reagan blue-collar Democrats back in the Republican Party. I promise you.